There are few places in Victoria that feel further from civilization than Big Desert. Stretching along the Victorian and South Australian border, this vast network of soft sand tracks, towering dunes and remote bushland has become a favourite destination for campers and four-wheel drive enthusiasts looking for a genuine adventure. It's the perfect place to answer the question, where does the new GWM TANK 300 Hi4-T feel most at home? Joining us on this adventure are the new Tank 500 and Canon Alpha 3-litre turbo diesels out here for some final real-world testing, but we'll have stories on those models coming soon. Today though, it's all about the Tank 300 Hi4-T. Over 2 days, we'll be exploring one of Victoria's best four-wheel drive destinations, tackling some of the state's biggest dunes, searching for mud along the legendary border track, and finding out whether Australia's most capable plug-in hybrid off-roader really is ready for life beyond the bitumen. A quick rewind. This isn't the Tank 300 Hi4-T's first adventure. Long before our journey to Big Desert, we took a test car to Victoria's high country to prove that electrification and serious four-wheel driving can comfortably coexist, easily traversing endless river crossings and the roughest terrain to make it to the summit. This very vehicle has already built quite a resume too. Fresh off the boat as one of the first production models in the country, it headed straight to Gari Fraser Island, where it tackled some of Australia's most famous beach and sand driving. From there, it returned to the mainland, conquering Birraclock Hill, earning the title of Birraclock Hill Destroyer from Lucas Bree. As GWM product manager Tim Leong puts it, the Tank 300 has already lived a pretty remarkable life.
Right now, the car is only sitting at 6,500 kilometers. So far, we haven't had any problems with the vehicle. The car's not even due for its first service yet.
Now, it's time for another chapter. The morning begins just outside Pinaroo, with a serious chill in the air. A thick blanket of fog hanging over the landscape as our convoy eagerly leaves the highway behind. Before heading into any remote area, preparation is everything. While the Tank 300 Hi4-T is an incredibly capable vehicle straight from the showroom floor, the right preparation is still one of the most important parts of any off-road adventure. As Tim explains,
we've made sure our vehicles all have a tow hitch, also recovery gears, snatch straps. But obviously when you're out and about, you definitely should come in a convoy and be prepared for anything, just like we are.
The only change to our Tank 300 Hi4-T is a set of Continental cross-contact AT2 tyres, offering better traction and more robust construction for the challenging conditions we'll be facing. What starts as wide gravel roads quickly narrows into winding sandy tracks lined with native scrub stretching as far as the eye can see. This is exactly what makes Big Desert so popular. The Tank 300 Hi4-T offers a very different way to explore Australia. Around town, it can travel up to 115 kilometres on the NEDC cycle using electric power alone, translating to around 100 kilometres in everyday Australian driving. For many owners, that's enough to complete the daily commute without using any petrol at all. But once the road opens up, the petrol engine and electric motor combine to produce an impressive 300 kilowatts and 750 newton meters. Underneath, this is still a genuine body-on-frame four-wheel drive. A Borg-Warner transfer case, low range, front and rear differential locks, all the tough mechanical hardware serious off-roaders expect. The difference is what the electric motor adds. Unlike a conventional engine that needs to build revs before delivering maximum torque, the electric motor responds instantly, which is exactly what you want when climbing soft sand. As Tim explains,
along the way you'll find bits that the car just sort of sinks in, which is why the instant torque from the Tank 300 Hi4-T just worked beautifully. As soon as you feel that, just a little bit more accelerator, and up you go, and you're onto the next bit.
Before long, we arrive at the day's first objective, Big Dune. If you've only ever seen it through a camera lens, you're in for a surprise. Photos never quite capture the scale. Standing at the bottom and looking skyward, it's immediately obvious why this climb has become something of a rite of passage among four-wheel drive enthusiasts. Before anyone sets off, the team walks it, studies the surface and choosing the best line, working out where momentum matters most. Then it's time to give it a crack. The Tank 300 Hi4-T charges towards the summit. The electric motor delivers instant response. The four-wheel drive system finds traction, and before long, Big Desert opens up beneath us. The reward? An uninterrupted panorama, stretching across seemingly endless dunes and bushland, a sobering reminder of just how vast Australia really is.
When you do conquer Big Dune or Panda Hill, the view on top is just beautiful. You really see how vast Australia is, and this is only a small part.
After a morning spent in the dunes, lunch is well overdue. But this isn't going to be a cold sanger beside the track. We'll be turning the Tank 300 Hi4-T into the centre of a fully powered campsite. The 37.1 kilowatt-hour battery makes the Tank a sizable mobile power source. A four-person Australian household consumes around 20 kilowatt-hours of electricity in an average day. The Tank carries close to twice that amount. Inside the luggage area, a 2.2 kilowatt outlet is ideal for powering equipment such as a fridge or freezer. For even higher draw appliances, the external vehicle-to-load connection can supply up to 6 kilowatts. That's enough to run an induction cooker, boil a kettle, and power the rest of our lunch setup without needing a noisy generator. While the Food Cook's satellite internet fitted to our team's Canon Alpha Hi4-T provides the connection for streaming YouTube right here in the middle of Big Desert. Sure, this might seem like a bit of a novelty, but for touring, camping, or working remotely, vehicle-to-load can replace a complicated aftermarket power setup and make it much easier to bring the convenience of home into the bush. As the soft afternoon light begins to settle across the desert and with Big Dune behind us, we point our convoy towards Panda Hill. Like Big Dune, a successful climb is about reading the terrain, choosing the right line and maintaining momentum as the sand shifts beneath the vehicle. The approach is tighter and the track is constantly changing, but the Tank 300 Hi4-T continues to impress. Its compact footprint suits the narrower tracks, while the immediate response from the electric motor helps it maintain progress through the softer sections. Awaiting us at the summit is the perfect end to a successful first day. With the sun dropping toward the horizon, the dunes glow gold and long shadows stretch across the landscape. From the top of Panda Hill, Big Desert seems to go on forever, the kind of view that makes everyone fall silent to enjoy. After conquering the dunes on day one, day two had a very different objective: mud. Anyone who's driven the famous border track knows its reputation. Deep ruts, vehicle-swallowing bog holes, and constantly changing conditions. At least, that's what we'd come expecting. The morning started promisingly, with a few muddy sections hinting at the fun that lay ahead, but the further south we travelled, the more surprising things became. Instead of bog holes, there was sand. And then even more sand. Every twist and crest revealed another stretch of soft, flowing tracks weaving through the scrub. As Tim joked during the day,
Places like this, it's always going to change. You might come today, it's one condition, but then a week, a month, or a year later, it might all change. Like today, it just started to rain. If it bucketed down, the terrain would have been drastically different.
these words would prove prophetic soon after. By lunchtime, we'd resigned ourselves to the fact the famous border track wasn't going to deliver the mud we'd been hoping for on this trip. So we pulled into camp, set up lunch, and made the most of another opportunity to put vehicle to load to work. Sausages sizzling, fire crackling, and chatting with good mates, we may not have found the mud, but it was still shaping up to be a great day out in the wild. Then, in an instant, the weather rolled in. One moment, we were packing everything away under bright cloudy skies. The next, it all went dark and was bucketing down. Filming with Tim had to wait as everyone scrambled to cover cameras, pack equipment, and avoid getting completely soaked. The famous border track had delivered plenty of sand, but very little mud, and it looked like we'd be heading home without finding the final challenge we'd set out to conquer. But if there's one lesson this trip has reinforced time and time again, it's to be prepared for anything. Just when we thought our search was over, the track had one final surprise for us. Not far from the exit to the road home, the sand was suddenly replaced with deep, sticky mud holes filled with water. The body-on-frame chassis, mechanical four-wheel drive system, low-range and locking differentials in the Tank 300 Hi4-T worked together exactly as intended, while the immediate response of the hybrid system made maintaining momentum almost too easy. The Hi4-T system really feels like a cheat code in these sorts of conditions, with mud covering every panel, every wheel arch, and a good splashing of the camera crew, which certainly given the local car wash something to do when we return to town. Sometimes the best challenges really do save themselves until last. Over the course of 2 days, the Tank 300 Hi4-T had once again demonstrated exactly what it's designed to do. It's tackled towering sand dunes, cruised effortlessly through winding desert tracks, powered our campsite, and reminded us that modern electrification doesn't mean compromising on toughness or genuine four-wheel drive capability. It's tamed the Victorian high country, conquered Gari Island, destroyed Birraclock Hill, and now it can add mastering Big Desert to an already impressive list of Australian adventures. Because that's what this vehicle is all about. One that lets you complete your daily commute almost entirely on electric power, then head for the outback on the weekend without thinking twice. Wherever the next adventure takes you, the Tank 300 Hi4-T is ready.